This is low-key one of the best fights on UFC 328, and Joel Alvarez is getting slept on here, but don't underrate that lutadora. I've been high on him for a while now, and obviously we have some issues with his grappling because he's a very passive grappler. If he's on bottom position, if you get to take him down, then he will try and submit you off his back, which is a problem. It's a problem especially when you come up against someone who's got a ground and pound game like Sarukian, you know, and that's obviously why he got finished in that fight in the second round. But this is different, you know, because Yaroslav Amosov is an amazing wrestler and grappler. He doesn't really try to establish any ground and pound usually. He's going to try and submit you, you know. And obviously that's why we've seen in the Neil Magny fight, he was able to get Neil Magny out of in the first round. But to be honest with you, I don't find that very impressive, because even Gilbert Burns, who we know has struggled to submit even some of the worst grapplers in this division, Gilbert Burns tapped Neil Magny out, you know. So I don't really see that as a massively important reference point here. And what I will say is that Yaroslav Amosov got chinned in Bellator, you know, on the regional scene. Got chinned by the Jamaican guy, I forgot what his name is. But this is it, I don't think his striking is all that. And Joel Alvarez is very dangerous, man. He's going to have a big reach advantage here. I don't think he's quite 6'3". Obviously the UFC bills him as that, but I'd say he's probably a strong 6'1". You know, Yaroslav Amosov's probably 5'11", so he's going to have a reach advantage. And he's got some very dangerous kicks up the middle. He's got some nice hooks in close, and obviously on the ground, you know, we know that he's a very solid grappler. In the Vicente Luque fight, he was, you know, handling Luque very well in the second round, you know, but I think that was kind of down to the fact that he had Luque hurt and was kind of dominating that fight on the feet. So, I mean, if you're going to pick Yaroslav Amosov to win this fight, you're going to pick him to submit Joel Alvarez, but I just think Joel Alvarez P's and Q's on the ground are sound enough to not get tapped here. And I genuinely think this stays on the feet, Joel Alvarez is going to chin him. I really do. This isn't a popular opinion, because a lot of people think Yaroslav Amosov is going to come in here and just you know, climb to the top. And to be honest with you, this is a massive step up, because we're talking about a lightweight in Joel Alvarez who's moved up to welterweight, bringing that level of skill up. You know, so yeah, I'm going to go with Joel Alvarez to get this done. I think he's going to KO Yaroslav Amosov in the second round.